Hello and welcome to the Reaper. So we've got another tactical debrief today. It's of last night's mission, which was a belter. It was a massive mission. It wasn't one of mine. It was 14 heroes, so it's got loads of stuff to it, which we'll try and go through. The mission was, we had two bases of the Blues, base 1, base 2, one base of the Reds. That's there. The Reds got 8 Mirages. The Blues got a whole mixture of modern fighters, MiG-29s, Su-27s, F-15s, with limited weaponry. The mission was to find some civilian traffic, of which, by looking at it, there are about 10 or 12 or something. Civilian traffic, Aleutian 76s. It was to find a certain Aleutian with a certain tail number, shoot that Aleutian down, then go back to base. That's all we had to do, but we made a bit of a pig's ear of it, as we'll find out shortly. So we'll run through. Oh, and the Reds, obviously, their mission was to escort and protect the said Aleutian. So let's run it through and see what happens. Okay, now the first thing to point out is that what we did, if you remember our blue briefing, was to split this area into 4 quarters and then send a flight of 4 out to each quarter. That was a pretty sensible thing to do, and then communicate between teams. However, we didn't do this. Instead, we went to the middle. Why did we do that? Because we had a secret guy in red on the payroll, a mole, if you will, who was filtering us information about the whereabouts of the Aleutian. And the information we got said the Aleutian was about here. As it turns out, it was bad information. It turns out that the real Aleutian was actually somewhere around here. So you can see we all charged into this one area that we were given. But never mind, that's how it goes. When you're dealing with spies, it's never that easy. So, the first interceptions are going on. You've got Maverick seen a couple of planes there that he's going to go and look at. They are the coalition, in this case F-16 coalition forces. So they're neutral at the moment, unless we shoot the wrong Aleutian down, and then the coalition become hostile. So I don't think there's a huge amount to look at, so we're going to skip to the first contact. So we'll skip for 10 minutes or so. All that's been happening is lots of Blues have been intercepting civilian traffic to basically check out their tail numbers. The Reds are miles away somewhere. They're all kind of over here and here. Actually, they're quite close. We never realised they were this close, so it's amazing they didn't come into contact with us, but they didn't. So the next thing that happened was Preen, the wonderful Preen, with his amazing eyes, spotted this and thought it was the correct tail number. So he calls in that he's found the correct tail number, and then we give him permission to shoot the aircraft down, which he does. We're all at different altitudes because we're all doing different jobs at the moment. Some of us are checking canyons for mirages, some of us are looking for the civilian traffic. I don't know how that missile missed. Got confused somehow. And guns, and then all hell broke loose. So what happened at that point is we got a message from the United States, which were controlling the Vipers and the Hornets in this mission. And they said that we had shot the wrong one down. It was actually a civilian. Oops, who's a silly preen. And now we're in a world of pain. So we had a snap decision to make, essentially. We've got our guys spread out all over the map. Oops. And at this point, the F-16s and F-18s just started locking us up and firing at us. So I made the only decision I could make at the time, which is to call a general retreat back to this base here. That order was based on the information that we didn't know how many F-18s and F-16s there were, and we didn't know where the Mirages were. So there was no way we could stay out here and fight the tactical fight. We were in the proverbial poo. So I called a general retreat. I told everyone to get back to here immediately and full burn as fast as they could. And what we'll probably see is that some guys followed my orders and they will be pleasantly relieved, and some guys probably didn't follow my orders and they will receive a slap on the wrist. So let's run it through, see what happens. We're going to try and spot if any action. I mean, there's a hell of a lot going on, so we're just going to keep our eyes open. We have a missile. Let's go and check out that shot quickly. So this is from an AI guy. Now, we didn't know it at the time, but I think these AI guys were probably set up pretty bad, a pretty low skill level, but we couldn't take that chance at the time, so we assumed they were high skill level. This guy's shooting an AIM 120 Bravo Riddle. And it's slightly outside parameters. It's 12 miles on a flanking shot up high. It's asking a little bit much on that missile, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure it misses. Riddle does exactly the right thing. He doesn't go into a fight. He jettisons his gear, turns away, lights the burners, and he's up to 1,000 knots. So he's going pretty much as fast as the missile. That's how fast he's going. So he's up at Mach 1.5 or 1.6 already. So that was beautiful work there. So he's following orders. That's good. Zoidberg, bless him. He's following orders, but he's about to come across what we didn't realise was how deep these F-18s were within our ranks. Wow, look at that. I didn't realise that I had merged with someone. Look, I had merged with an F-18. Didn't even realise that. Look how close I came. Wow. So, I was lucky he couldn't get a shot solution, but I was going fast, going 600 knots, and literally on the deck. So it was impossible for him to really get a lock on me in time. He might even die here. No, didn't die. A little bit naughty here. Wonder where this came from. So Signore and Tender have disobeyed orders. They're supposed to be running away and saving the airframe, but they've said they've turned in. I'm not sure how they spotted this guy. Now they have to be careful when they're doing this. These guys were set to quite a low skill level, so they're okay. But they could have been set to high skill level, in which case these guys would have been wiped out straight away. So it's a little bit naughty there. 6 miles. We're slightly ambitious for a shot, low down, and on a flanking target. And we've only got aim 7, so that's very ambitious. Going to get within 4 miles, really, to get a shot on this guy. F-18 is not flying very well. Dodge, right, we're well within kill range now, so let's have a shot out. That's a kill. Wow, somehow missed. Awful missiles, these aim 7s. Right, Sidewinder, let's get it finished. Closing speeds are ridiculous. So Signore is coming in way too fast. He's 700 knots. Hostile is under 400. There's going to be a huge closing speed error here that he's not going to be able to correct in time now. Another failed aim 7. Guns. And he crashed. Maneuver kill. Okay. Lovely job. Now follow orders and go home. Oh dear. They've got a Hornet above them now. It's the thing you see. If you're going to go backwards and get into a fight, it's going to be never ending because there's so many bad guys. So they're now merged with this guy. Speed that up. Zoidberg and Hornet emerged. Zoidberg does the correct thing. He doesn't turn and try and engage. He gets low, he gets fast, and runs away. That's exactly what we want at the moment. We don't want engagements. Now here's a problem. So we're all running away, which is great. That's my orders. Ignitus has been stubborn. He's refused to follow orders, and he's flying towards the bad guys at high altitude. And he will pay the price for it. The rest of these guys all following orders, doing very well. Cap's shepherding them up the rear. We have a missile out. F-18 on Ignitus. That's a kill shot. Look how high Ignitus is. He's extremely high, making it extremely vulnerable to missiles. There's an AIM 120 something or other Bravo coming out 6 miles. So that's well within kill parameters. From Angels 20, it's an average of Angels 30. So, yep. That's a kill shot. He's going to have to do good evasive. He's not. That is going to be a slam dunk. Pow, Ignitus down. And he did deserve to get shot down. He wasn't following orders. And he was up high. So he's only got himself to blame there. Right, let's see what happens next. Cap. I'm fairly slow, but I'm nice and low. Very hard for any hostiles to pick me up if I'm low like that. Another F-18 coming in. And F-18's got within our ranks here. That's annoying. I didn't realise it existed. See, these guys are low. They're in the canyons. So this F-18 here just can't see them with his radar. So these guys are all doing it right now. Got an F-18, and he's going to pick out anyone who's too high. So one of these guys is going to be too high. These guys are doing great. Look at these flankers, all super fast. Got Merlin, Sonic, Preen, Trash, all over 600 knots, all right on the deck. All doing a great job getting back. Ah, we have a missile. So Bayers is going nice and fast. He is too high though. Look how high his stick is above the ground. Got to be within that canyon if you want to stay alive. So he was just too high above the ground. And that must have been about 5 miles he fired out, so that is within kill range. And in comes the missile. At least he's got speed on his side. 700 knots is good for a flanker. Yeah, I think he's seen the missile coming. He should have been doing evasive 9. He gets a warning from this missile. So Bayers should be evasive 9G now to survive. And at least he did do some wiggling. And it's just enough to put that missile off. And he's now safe. Oh, look at that. Signore from behind. Lovely stuff. Whoops. Snorri gained altitude. He saw this guy was shooting at his buddy. And lovely tailpipe kill. 4 miles behind a cold target at Angel 16 average. Yep, that's a kill shot, alright. Saying that's name 7, so you never know. The F-18's done very badly there. He's put some countermeasures out, but he's done a slow, lazy 3G turn and lost all his airspeed, so he's obviously going to die terrible flying. The rest of us getting back nicely. Good job, everyone. I've got a Viper coming in now, fast. Oh, Cap's been shot at. 4 miles. That is within kill range. I do remember getting shot at. So Cap is a fairly lazy pull, and I'm going slow, so I'm being naughty at the moment. Got to get my burners on. Got to get fast. That was a good dodge. That should have been. Oh, that was enough in there to beat that missile, and there should have been a kill. Check that out again. He shoots at 4.5 miles on a low flanking target. That is a kill shot. He got 5.5 miles as a kill shot. So I just managed to do enough somehow. Negative G. I'm up to 6G. Okay, it's not 9G, but it's up to 6G. That's okay. Still keeping just under 500 knots. Now on a slam left reverse, really start to scrub that missile off. Missile is down to 800 knots. I'm still at 500 knots. So I've still got to do work to beat this. I'm up to another 6G pull. And missile is, I've scrubbed it now down to 500 knots. And we're now going the same speed. So that was good. That was good fighting, that was. Good dodging. Just did enough. Would have been much better to see me going faster in the first place. However, note that these MiG-29s have got very small fuel tanks, so I don't think I had the gas to really fight. And F-18's now had a shot at Zoidberg. Now this is a world of pain because he's at 3 miles now, and that's definitely a kill shot, and it's named 9. So he's going to struggle to dodge this now. With 6G on, 500 knots, not enough at 3 miles. So that's that. Still got my missile chasing me. I'm now full burners on, and I'm now concentrating on getting energy in the jet. I'm up to 600 knots. Going to start backing off a little, or say that we're up to 7.5 G there. I've got to get away from this guy now. Luckily, the MiG-29 is the fastest accelerating plane, maybe ever. I'm not sure. It's the thing. It's not particularly tactically good. It doesn't have much gas. It doesn't have much range. It doesn't carry many weapons. It can turn very tight, and it can accelerate very fast compared to anything, especially if it's light. And I'm a light MiG-29 at the moment, so we're about to see the difference in acceleration between a MiG-29 Alpha versus a F-18 Charlie, which has a lower power to weight ratio. I'll show you how fast we can accelerate. Over here, Tender and F-18 Viper have merged. I don't know if either of them know about that. Right, so Cap really wants to lay off the G now and get some speed in the bird. So I'm laying off the G down to 3G, and look at the speed coming in now, which is now 700 knots. 720 knots. So we're Vigan speed at the moment. 740 knots. This Viper has seen Tender by the looks of it and is turning in for a shot. Cap 750 knots. An F-18 can't compete with that kind of speed and acceleration, even if he had have seen me, even if he had have chased me. So that's good. There the order was to chainsaw once we've got at base, so we're going to see guys coming out of base now to come and protect the last guys coming in, which is Tender and Cap. Tender's in a world of pain. Now he's cruising. He should be burning in. I'm guessing he's out of gas, but he's setting himself up for failure. Going so slow. Skay's coming out to save Cap. 700 knots. Going to put some poo-poo in. These reds here, like I said, they're not set to maximum skill level, so they're pretty crap. Otherwise, Tender would have been downed ages ago, and probably Cap would have been downed ages ago. Missile out from the Skay man. Head-on shot. 7 miles. Slightly ambitious. Head-on head, low altitude with an aim 120 is 6.5 miles. So with an aim 7, it's probably maximum 6 miles, so it's a little bit ambitious. And Tender has turned around. He's going to get got by this Viper, and he's low speed. So very dangerous place to be in an F-15. And this guy's done well. He's kept this F-18's done well. He's way too slow for my liking, but he's turned way in time. And this is a terrible missile. Look, it's only 1,000 knots at this point. It should be 2,000 knots nearly if it was an MRAM. So it never got anywhere near to hitting him. Right, now this guy's in trouble. This guy's coming in to save him by the looks of it. This Viper just wasn't doing anything, luckily. Big dive here from 4 miles. That is a kill shot if he's going to take it, and he's not. This is retarded low skill AI. Oh, bloody hell, look at this. What a Viper coming in. Peppering AMRAMs. 3 AMRAMs in from this guy. No idea what he's shooting at. Could be anyone. See, some of us are down on the ground. Preens on the ground. Tails on the ground. Riddles on the ground. What happened to Skay? Skay survived. Maverick. This isn't very good. So, let's just wind that back a little bit. So we've got Maverick being shot at 12 miles. That is not a kill shot. This average altitude kill shot's going to be, if I work it out, about 8.5 miles. So this should be easily beaten by Maverick. He's getting warnings now. They've gone pitbull now, those missiles. Getting warnings, so he should have dodged and turned by now and be countermeasuring, but he's not. He's a new guy. By the looks of it, he doesn't know how to fight at all. Yeah, he's ignoring all of his warnings. And he's just flying straight into the missile. That's what we expected. Whenever we get new guys in, we test them in a baptism and fire. We put them in a big mission, watch them fight, and if they can't dodge missiles, then they're not good enough to fly with us, basically. This guy's going to fly straight into a missile. That's a guy who can't fight BBR. Right, let's keep going. Merlin had an AMRAM, so this guy was launching track while scan at several targets. Merlin's got one. This is a guy that can fight, and so he is going to go evasive and dodge this missile. However, he's dangerously slow. As I always say, when you're in these any kind of dangerous situations, you've got to be going fast. It's your only hope of survival. Cap's coming in, you see, 720 knots. To be down at low than 400 knots is almost certain death. I'd say he's probably out of gas, but he may be killed by this because he's going so slow. Interesting move. He's done a 90-degree turn and then turning back into the missile. I would have done a 180-degree turn, pull out, and then do a bit of wiggling there. So I don't think this is going to be good enough to beat the missile. Oh, and he's shot. Oh, he's in combat. I didn't realise he was fighting another guy. Oh, he was very lucky to beat that Charlie, but he's done just enough to beat that Charlie, which is good. On another day, he probably should have been shot down. He didn't really do enough to beat that missile, but never mind. It's all good. So next, he's shooting this guy. He's got an R-73, which is a good missile, but he can't go that far. That was about a 4-mile shot, which is too much for a 73. Got to get within a couple of miles. So he's chasing this Viper now. He's still got no speed in the jet. Can't fight at 400 knots. Got to get burners on. Got to get 500-600 knots to catch that guy. Tender, no idea what he's doing. I'm guessing he's out of gas because he's now really, really slow. So we'll assume he's out of gas. Not sure he's even going to make it to base. Missile out 2 miles. That's going to kill him unless the countermeasures do their job. No, it was a dud missile. Dud missile. Didn't track for some reason. See, it didn't have any curvature, or maybe a bit of curvature there, but countermeasures must have done the job. Right, now is the merge. So it looks like it's going to be easy merge. It looks like this guy's going up high yo-yo, in which what we can do is lag around here and yo-yo after him. So that's what we want to see. So unfortunately, Merlin's taking lead, and by taking lead, so he's pushing himself in front of the plane for a shot. But I don't think he can do a shot from here because of the aggressiveness of the aspect of this plane. It's moving right to left so fast in this guy's view. I don't think he can get a shot. So like I said, the natural thing, if this guy's going to high yo-yo, we want to dive around the outside, go low, and yo-yo after him like that to get on his tail. By pulling lead like this, you're putting yourself in a position where you probably can't take a shot, and once you've passed him, it's anyone's game. So this is where kind of a fight is won and lost here. So let's set this up properly. Let's see. So he's still trying to get lead. Even today he was trying to get lead. He's now maxing out his alpha, or nearly. Okay, he's not maxing out his alpha, so he's still in control of the plane. But he's now crossing this vector in a horrible position. Whereas it would have been nicer to see him go round the outside and then pull on his 6. He's going to get himself into a vertical scissors now, I imagine. Okay, we're now in vertical scissors. It's now who can slow down quick enough and turn on the other guy's 6 and keep an eye on them. He's pulled a little bit too much angle there for my liking, but we'll see. I think he's going to lose this. He's lost it. So he's gone around it this way. He's either lost sight of this guy. So now it's key to make a decision. You're in a fairly undesirable position there, so it's either turn round as quick as you can, max turn rate turn, to try and get on this guy's 6, or run. I wouldn't want to see anything else here. He's not really... Okay, I think he must be running... Got 6G, nearly 7G. Not the worst turn I've ever seen, but it wasn't full commit. Okay, so it looks like he is running. F-16 has fired a shot. I think that was just a mistake shot. I don't think it's actually going for anyone. No, it is. It's going for cap. Wow, when did that happen? So that was a 7-mile shot on cap. That is a bit ambitious. I don't think it can ever kill cap. No, it doesn't. And I get away from it easily. Right, let's see what's going on with the fight. I like fighting these AI guys. They're not very good in dogfight, so it's good practice. Right, so Merlin's got his speed back. I think he's got situational awareness back. I think he's re-spotted the target. He's now going to turn in. He's got some good energy in the bird. That's good. This guy's going to have loads of potential energy, the F-16. Should be the F-16's... The F-16 should have won this by now, because the F-16's done the turn. He's now pointing it at Merlin, and if that was a human red, Merlin would be dead. He just took too long to do not a lot. He should have done an aggressive turn back into the yo-yoing F-16 or run away. Both of those are perfectly acceptable and would work. But instead he kind of did a loose, lazy thing like this, trying to get situational awareness. By the time he gets his awareness, he's got a red bearing down on him. He should be shot now. But he's lucky. The F-16 wants out now. Right, so what are we going to do? We've got a 7G turn on Merlin, and right, he's disengaged because Skadrecki has put an aim 7 in, so that's why that happened. Just in time. F-16 is going low to beat the missile. And it was going up again. I don't know what it's doing now. Merlin has, acquired a 6th position, which is nice. Got to watch out for an overspeed now. Merlin's got to be careful of an overspeed. That's the main thing you should be thinking about. He kind of has a shot solution on this guy. And he can take, you see he's got lead on the hostile, so he's probably going to take a shot on the hostile. But don't do what we did last time, which is take lead and then just fly by. It's the worst thing you can do. He's not, no, oh dear. Came in too fast, and he lost his advantage. Luckily for him, again, he's got sonic dust coming in to save the day with missiles on this guy. Oh, God, and Sonic's been shot by an F-18 behind him. God knows how he didn't get hit. Merlin's put himself back in rolling scissors again. He got vertical scissors. Oh, and he finally got hit. The F-16 got hit, so mission's done. So, yeah, plenty to learn there, I guess. This F-18 is not shooting Sonic, he's shooting Skaidreki. 6 or 7 mile shot, that's too ambitious, it's not going to hit him. Sonic needs to turn around and fight this guy. I suppose he doesn't know he's there, though. Right, very good. Let's speed it up. We have a shot on Sonic, and I can see he's going slow. He's going to pay for this. So, an F-18 is on the 6 of Sonic. 5.5 miles. That's a little bit ambitious. Sonic should be able to beat this. It's outside parameters. You need 4 miles to kill a cold target on the deck. So, Sonic shouldn't be hit by this. Now, my concern is he's burnt all his speed off and he's gone into cruise mode. That's a terrible thing to do, as far as I'm aware. And he's allowing this missile to catch up with him. And now he's turning into it. And it's 300 knots, so he's pretty much parked the aeroplane now. Ah, that's a terrible death. Right, so let's see what went wrong. Sonic has a habit of doing this. He did this in the last debrief, I noticed. So, on the one before maybe. So, you got an F-18 firing a shot which can't actually hit your plane as long as you don't be stupid. So, there's no right for this missile to kill you. You're 1.5 miles safe. All you've got to do is, I know you don't know that, but all you've got to do is have your plane fast, and it invalidates any of these shots completely. So, just burners on. You can put your turns in still, but you've got to get up to 500 knots to be able to beat any of these missiles. And what you've done is you've burnt all of your speed off down to 300 knots, and you're not even turning tight, you're not even pulling any Gs. So you've just turned your engines off, that's what's happened. And turning your engines off, you cannot beat an AIM-120, obviously. And the jet is now parked. 300 knots is not fast enough for any modern fighter to do anything with. And the missile can just cruise along happily, hit you. It's all the way down to 500 knots by that point. So that's simply just, that's not good enough. Got to be flying fast to beat these missiles. Right, what's next? Okay, Skaidreki in for a kill. 450 knots, that's a bit more like it. 3 miles, that's a dream shot. 3 miles, yep. F-18 is going to struggle to beat that. But he has. Well done. He had some G loaded onto that F-18. Struggling with speed, the F-18 now. So that is Skay's kill now. A nice AIM-9 will do this. AIM-9 in the chops. Nothing he can do now. Pow. Good kill. Oh dear, Merlin's got himself in trouble again. Luckily, this F-16 is a retard, and I don't think it's going to shoot at him. So this F-16's charging in. The speed's pretty good, actually. And his vector's good. You see he's got a small lag pursuit there. You see the vector of the red planes behind this guy. That's good. It's a comfortable position to be in. Speed's a bit fast. He's going to do a possible overshoot here. He's got to be careful. Should have shot from way back there, but he's a low skill guy. Awful shot. Massive lag vector there and shoots completely away from Merlin. So Merlin's very lucky. And then just loses interest and fires off, I guess. Alright, okay, interesting. This is more like it. Skay and an F-18. So where did that F-18 come from? It... Hey, it shot me. Look, it shot me. Mother. Cap's down refueling. It guns cap. What a swine. How dare you. No wonder I got hit. Right. Now it's Skay versus F-18. Right, Skay doesn't know what's happening by the looks of it. He's about to get locked, about to get an AIM-9 up the chuff. F-18's flying terribly, 400 knots. Skay's good for 50 knots. Okay, that's okay. We have a classic merge. Skay didn't see it. And neither did the F-18. That's pretty miserable. I think Skay's seen it now. Skay's burners on. Come on, max turn rate. Let's go. Pull. That was a good turn. Burners on, maintaining 450 knots is a good turn in F-15. But no, they haven't seen each other. 5 minutes. Right, let's skip that. Okay, F-16's now found trash. Trash is flying beautifully, 600 knots. It's exactly what you want. Someone's going to shoot someone soon. We have a missile out. Right on the nose, this F-18, right on the nose of trash. 1 mile. Nothing trash can do about it. Unless he's going to put a chink in there. He's not. Trash is hit. Merlin's still flying around aimlessly. Skye and Riddle are back are here. Now we've got the Riddler in. We'll see some killing. Got an aim 7 out for a couple of miles. F-18. That should be a dead F-18. Yep, well done. Aim 9 out from F-16 on Riddle. Riddle's hit. Riddle, yep, he lost his wing as I remember. Now someone's got to finish off this F-16. Come on. One of you do it. That's Skye. Pow. Good work. And that is essentially the end of the mission. We then spent the rest of our time basically landing, repairing, doing all the stuff that we had to do. Meanwhile, the Reds... I feel a bit sorry for the Reds. They didn't have any action for the whole mission because we were busy running away and getting shot. They escorted several of the Aleutians, including the real one, went in and landed over there. So we never came anywhere near these mirages, basically, apart from at the very beginning. We certainly had no contact with them, as far as I'm aware. So that's about it, really. Blue side's pretty terrible all round, really. A couple of good kills, but that was about it. Otherwise, it's pretty miserable. There's one guy. What happened to Stahl? I'm just going to scroll back and see what happened to Stahl. This was as we were shooting the bad Aleutian down. Stahl had actually found the real Aleutian. Didn't know this happened. So we were all over there, going to Bullseye, for the reasons I explained. Meantime, Stahl had come out to the east, and he was being very quiet and cheeky German, without us knowing. And he'd homed on in on something. Let's see what he does. So he's coming to visually inspect this plane here, possibly not knowing that Coffee is flying in formation with him. Let's see what happens. Oh, this isn't going to end well, is it? Put that down to full speed. So he's coming to visually ID this thing. Doesn't see Coffee, who's flying in formation with it. Wolf Shadow, I imagine, is going to realise what's going on here. So it's been half a mile. What's Stahl going to do? There's a mirage there, Stahl. Wake up, Stahl. Wake up, Stahl. Wake up, Stahl. Wake up, Stahl. Oh, dearie me. He's got problems now. If that was me, that would be burners on into the canyon. Get out of there. Do not fly in front of the mirage slowly. That's not good. Well, I'm amazed he's got away with it so far. Flying 300 knots in front of the mirages and they didn't see him. That was interesting. And he's going around again, extremely slowly. You gotta pick these guys off twice by now. Come on, Stahl, wake up. Really sure what they're trying to achieve here. I think he wants to just say hello to the mirage. He shot the Aleutian. Kapow! Was it the right one then? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I don't understand why he didn't kill the mirages. No, he didn't kill the Aleutian. So the mirages are now wires to him. Someone shot on an AMRAAM as well. I don't know who that was. Where that came from. Oh, an F-16 came and shot an AMRAAM at Stahl. And Stahl obviously died. Because the Mirage just got wires to him. So that was some interesting flying. I just can't see why he didn't stay behind there and just pepper them all with missiles. He could have killed them all within 2 seconds. Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. Weird. Okay, nothing really to say anything good about that, so I think we're just going to leave it, and we'll see you later.